everyone out in internet land. Welcome to the Brick Clubhouse. I'm here tonight with my buddy Evan. Say hello, Evan.
Hello, Chris.
Thank you. Thanks for introducing me. I forgot to introduce myself. It's been so long.
There you go.
I didn't realize people wouldn't know who I was. It has been a little while since we
Been a
recorded.
while.
It's been a minute, a little longer than we had hoped.
Yeah.
But, some things were happening. One, we both got sick at different times,
We did.
which
I couldn't talk for a few days.
right, which makes it hard to record a
I
podcast
lost my voice. Yeah.
when you can't
Wow,
talk.
that was a while ago now.
We should have just come on and I could have said whatever I wanted to, and you couldn't have refuted it.
You could have just been like Evan's over there nodding in the corner.
Yeah,
And you could have just made me agree to whatever you wanted.
maybe that's when we could have gone to YouTube and you could have written things on a sign and held them up.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That would have been
It'd be fun to
that would have been riveting
it'd be
audio.
fun to record video on these sometime.
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll have to.
maybe we'll get there.
I've had a few people ask about YouTube, and so we'll get there eventually. People,
It is a new concept.
it is
Oh, about us putting us
about us,
not
putting,
YouTube in general.
Yeah, no, about us putting the show on YouTube.
Gotcha. Okay.
But right now we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all the usual
Audio
suspects. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we would love, if you have been listening to us on any of those platforms, to go ahead and give us a rating and review. It helps the show rise up the charts, as they say. But there's been more than sickness that has kept us from recording.
There has.
You did some traveling.
I did. I'm not usually a big traveler, so it was out of the ordinary for me. But I went to New York City, stayed in Manhattan with my mom for 5 days, 6 days. Yeah, it flew by like in a blur. So
I saw your pictures. It looked like a super fun trip.
Oh yeah, it was super fun. We did a lot of fun stuff, including we did go to the Lego store in Rockefeller Center.
That's what people really care about.
Yeah.
At least on this show.
Yeah.
What Lego happened in New York?
Yeah, so I mean they have like giant brick built like New York skyscrapers and like the Avengers like on top of the buildings and like Spider-Man swinging, and there's like a bench with a giant like brick built Hulk sitting on it that you can take a picture with. There's a New York taxi cab that you can take a picture in. Yeah, and then like as you go up the stairs on the elevator, like at the outside of the elevator walls, they have different people like look like they're like Lego people like inside the buildings. They have like the Friends like in Central Park, which is fun. And then they have like other brick built characters, like they have Batman like hanging from the ceiling with like his cape flying out, and so it's a good time.
I love that they're redesigning a lot of their stores to take on like the city that they're in.
Yeah. They had a giant Statue of Liberty, and then like around the Statue of Liberty, like they had the Statue of Liberty sets. Obviously,
that's super fun.
It was cool.
It's like going to like the Disney Spring Store, downtown Disney. They kind of have some of the Disney stuff happening. So it's nice to hear that New York was well represented.
It was a 2-story store, but like the footprint of it wasn't like massive. Like it was, but I mean it was obviously a bigger Lego store. Yeah, they had like a custom like New York printed torso in the minifig maker, so it had like New York in block letters and like an apple on it.
That's fun.
So I built 3 minifigures.
Yeah, pick one up.
Got the New York torso and a Statue of Liberty keychain. Those were actually the only 2 things I got. I had very limited packing space.
Well, you guys were gone a long time.
We were gone a long time,
and there were a lot of places to get souvenirs.
Yeah, I ended up just getting a collectible like enamel pin for every special place that we went to, which ended up adding up to a lot of pins. But yeah,
it's interesting that, I mean, it's cool that they had the torsos and stuff, but Lego doesn't do a ton of exclusives for their stores.
Yeah, they had the New York postcards.
But
they're not exclusive, but I was like, they have the architecture set, which also would have been cool, but yeah, not
definitely
only
wasn't fitting in your suitcase.
Packing space, but yeah, budget too. So, but yeah, I mean, we initially went out there to go see Broadway shows. So we saw 4 Broadway shows, which was super fun. And then, a bunch of other extra fun New York stuff just while we were out there. So it was a good time.
Well, that's cool. And that's a little bit about why we weren't recording.
Yeah.
And I was busy at the store, as usual.
It's true.
Which brings us to our sponsor, Perks and Minifigs. San Diego North makes this all happen. It's been a busy season in the store. lot going on. We had an event last week, our first big bulk smash that was a lot of fun. And so it's somebody just had to hold down the fort while everyone else was out enjoying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, but a lot of fun stuff happening in the store. It's a new month as we record this. We are in the first week of April, which means new sets. And April did not disappoint.
There's some good ones
with some new sets.
Yeah,
there were a few small ones that came out. We got a buildable Spider-Man and Green Goblin.
Oh yeah.
That are there. Smaller sets, but kind of adding on to Wolverine and some of the other buildable figures
and like Iron Man, but not the mechs, but the actual
not
characters,
mech, but actual buildable characters.
Yeah,
they seem to be releasing those every so often. But we also got a few big sets this month, and a few we've picked out to talk about.
Yeah,
that will be on our shelves shortly, hopefully. One, the final release they finally released the Dungeons and Dragons set.
They did.
Which
this was a Lego idea set, right?
It was.
Yeah,
I think
it's the biggest Lego idea set.
Yeah, they put out that like people could put in submissions of what like the Dungeons and Dragons set would be.
Okay, so
it was kind of like a contest.
Theme. Okay, yeah.
And this was the winning entry, if I remember.
It's a cool one.
It is cool. It is very large.
It's very big. We saw it at the Lego store yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very tall, and I think it rivals the footprint of the big 90th anniversary.
The Lion Knight's Castle?
The Lion Knight's Castle that came out a few years back.
I think it's a little smaller footprint, but it's taller.
It definitely would fit in nicely.
Yeah.
In a castle.
Can it open up like the Lion Knight's Castle can?
I'm not sure. I know the back did have a bunch of little rooms, but I don't think it opens so much. It has little sections that come off, so you can kind of break it down into its components. And you can also go on the Lego website, the insider page, and download a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that goes along with the set.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can play along.
Oh, that's really cool, actually.
For those of you that fancy being Dungeon Master, here's a great campaign.
There you go.
You can
Have you ever Dungeons and Dragons before, Chris?
I have only played Dungeons and Dragons once.
Okay.
During COVID, we thought it would be a great family activity to get everyone together, and one of my nephews was going to be the Dungeon Master because he plays with a bunch of his friends. And we got together one night and made our characters and got all ready and did a short campaign.
And that was it.
And never played again.
Yeah. Yeah, I've played a few times. My brothers have both gotten more into it than I have. We had some friends that we would play with here and there. I'm not good without like structure. Like I'm not good.
You're a big board game guy.
I'm a big board game guy. I learned with Dungeons and Dragons, and maybe I need to just play it more, but like I think the more I understand the game, the easier I'll be able to do it. But I had a hard time like with the concept of like, oh, you can do whatever you want. Like I usually need more structure than that. Like here are the things you can do on your turn.
Yeah.
Choose one of them, rather than like you get to do whatever you want. So yeah. I do want to try more of it. I know that Bailey wants to do more of it. She was super into it, but we should probably give some set numbers and information about this set while we're talking about it.
Yeah, we probably should.
So we got, the set is called Dungeons and Dragons Red Dragon's Tale. It is set number 21348. It is 2,000. Sorry, that's the insider points. It is 3,745 pieces and will retail for a total of $360 through Lego.
And it comes with 6 minifigures.
6 minifigures. They're pretty cool.
And a bunch of buildable creatures.
Giant buildable dragon. Obviously.
Which
you got to.
Looks amazing. It's standing
big old red dragon
over the castle.
You also got an owl bear, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, that one's fun. What are some of the other
Honestly, dude, I don't know.
yeah, I again, we outed ourselves as not huge Dungeons and Dragon people, so I really don't know what all of those things are. But I have to say the minifigs look really fun.
The minifigures are cool. I like the little dragon guy.
Yeah, and it's a good mix of characters, and I think they're definitely going for the Dungeons and Dragons fans here.
Yeah.
As well they should. It's
So
the first set we've had for Dungeons and Dragons, and it'll be interesting if they do more or if this will end up being a one-off.
yeah. Yeah, so it says that it's Cinderhowl the Red Dragon, an Owlbear, and Gelatinous Cube. Did put the Gelatinous Cube in there. But they don't say, it doesn't look like they say what the other monsters are. They have the one that looks like a floating eyeball with a mouth and a bunch of other eyes around it. I apologize if there are Dungeons and Dragons fans listening that we don't know what creature that is, nor does it tell us on Lego. But it does say on the webpage, it says celebrate 50 years of Dungeons and Dragons.
Wow.
It's been out for almost more than twice my lifetime.
It Dungeons and Dragons then came out the year I was born.
Wow.
Dungeons and Dragons and I are the same age.
Dungeons and Dragons and Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now you know how different in age Evan and I are.
There we go.
And the other minifigures, just real quick, there's a dwarf cleric, there's the gnome fighter, the orc rogue, and the elf wizard. So a fun little party to battle the red dragon with. Uh, it's a cool looking set. I can't wait to get it in the store and really get a closer look at it.
Yeah, we'll have two of them, right?
Yep. So if you're interested, swing by sometime this weekend and take a look and see what a Dungeons and Dragons Lego set looks like and can be.
Okay. So now that the kids have had their fun, it's time for the best Lego set coming out on April 1st.
You've been talking about this one for a while.
The best set that came out on April 1st is set number 76271, titled Batman the Animated Series Gotham City, coming in with 4,210 pieces and 4 brand new exclusive minifigures as of the release of this set. This, to my knowledge, is the first set based on Batman the Animated Series, which is amazing. For those of you that don't know, Batman is my favorite superhero. I have always grown up with a Batman loving family, and one of the main things that we loved growing up is Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, this was right. This is up your alley.
Oh yeah.
You're the perfect age for this one.
Oh yeah. I mean, we had like the box sets on DVD. I think we still do somewhere actually at my house. Fun story. My oldest brother, when he was really young, this was like maybe even like before I was born young, or maybe around the time I was born. He used to measure time in Batman the Animated Series episodes. So he would ask my mom or my dad, like, oh, how long is the car ride going to be? Or how much longer till we leave or whatever. And they'd say, oh, 2 Batman episodes. And he would say, with or without commercials? And they would say, with or without. And that was how he measured time. So that in his little, 4 or 5-year-old brain, he was like, oh, 2 Batman episodes. That's, I have a concept of how long that takes. So, needless to say, Batman the Animated Series has been a staple in my family for years. I mean, that intro theme song.
It's great.
Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So this set, it's almost like, it almost reminds me of the Vincent van Gogh set mixed with like an art set in some ways. So
yeah,
if you haven't seen what this set is, it's a giant rectangle. It does come with hangers, so you can hang it on the wall. It looks like a big art piece.
Yeah, it's a picture frame.
Yeah, but it's 3-dimensional. So you build this red and maroon sky, and then you build Gotham skyscrapers onto it. And then on the bottom, you build all these different buildings from Batman the Animated Series. So you got Joker's Funhouse, you have Arkham Asylum, Wayne Manor that you can open up into the Batcave. You have Crime Alley, you have all these different buildings and Easter eggs from the animated series. And fun fact is that I've seen in the instruction manual, there are 44 numbered bags for this set. And every time you open up a new bag on the instruction manual, it tells you an episode type
which is brilliant.
from Batman the Animated
Just
Series.
brilliant.
And as you build that bag, you're going to build a building or something that is seen in that episode. So you can just have the show on as you build, and you can build exactly what you're watching happen on the screen,
It's
which
so
is
fun.
amazing. Which is amazing. You got a Joker minifigure, a Harley Quinn minifigure, Batman, and Catwoman. Like I said, all four of these figures, as of the release of this set, are brand new and exclusive to this set, and they all they look great. And yeah,
It does. The thing I like about this from the Batman perspective is it looks so different than all the other Batman sets. Like they really captured
it's
that
very
look
unique.
of the animated series. Like the color, very bright.
It has like the police blimps, like
Yeah,
with their searchlights.
And a lot of cool printed elements.
Yep.
That are part of this set. They really outdid themselves with this Batman set.
It's so good.
I can see how some people really would have loved more of a, play set or something more around the animated series, like the Batmobile or something. But
my hope is that there's going to be more Batman animated series sets, maybe even this year. We don't know much about the DC sets so far for this year.
Yeah.
So I really think that there's so much potential with this show, especially. There's a huge fan base for it. And it's something that it's exciting to see them dip into it for the first time here.
Yeah, it's super fun. And we did get to see it in the Lego store, and it looks great.
It looks great.
It's pretty big though. Like,
oh yeah,
you're going to have some space.
It's
30 inches wide.
Yeah, it's almost 3 feet.
Yeah, that's a big set. 17 inches tall and 3 inches deep. So it's pretty, it doesn't have a huge width to it hanging off the wall, which is nice for the 3-dimensional, but
oh my gosh, this is
I really think, this hanging on a wall, it's every Batman's fan's dream.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this yet. You can go on the Lego website. If you scroll down underneath the set, they've basically recreated the introduction, intro theme from the show in Lego, and they're showing highlights of the set, and it's so cool. And then
we'll put a link to that in the show notes.
Yeah, because then right next to it too, they have like an animation of the Lego minifigure like on the roof with like the lightning crackling from the intro. I love that Batman figure because one of the little details I love is that the cape, the inside of the cape is actually a dark like navy blue, and then it's black on the outside, which is just a nice little touch.
Yeah, I mean they really.
And we got Mark Hamill's Joker. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, the figures do look really good. Even though we have 100 Batmans, it's a great version.
It's a new Bat.
It is. I love the Joker. I think of them, that's my favorite of these new minifigures.
Yeah, the Joker one looks good. I do like the Batman a lot. But
but you could just hear Mark Hamill when you see that Joker.
I know. I also like the the eyes are a little different for the Joker. The Catwoman one is fun too, because it's the gray Catwoman from the animated series, obviously. But like most of their renditions of Catwoman, like the Lego version of Catwoman is purple, and then like other versions of her are usually black. So to see like the gray version and you just know, oh, that's the animated series version is cool.
Yeah, they did a great job. It's a super fun set, and we are super happy that it will also be on our store shelves.
Yeah.
Here very soon. Yeah, tons of great Easter eggs. Super fun set for April. Speaking of sets being in the store, do we want to catch people up on what's new in the store? Yeah, I think it's time as we travel through our segments. It's interesting. We've coming off kind of spring break kind of time frame. So we've had a lot of visitors in the store recently. We've had people visiting from Canada, from England, from Australia. People from all over the world have been coming in. But we also had some special visitors, about a week or so ago, Chris, aka Duck Bricks, who just won Lego Masters
Oh yeah.
last year, and Jonathan, aka Mini Superheroes Today on Instagram, and a Lego ambassador himself. They came in, they were in town doing something with the opening of the new Dinosaur Land at Legoland.
Oh,
And
cool.
so it was super fun to host them in the store. They just stopped in,
Was that when I was in New York?
kind of unannounced. It may have been.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly, but they dropped in to do some shopping.
Cool.
And super nice guys, and they were so excited about the store and our inventory.
Yeah.
They were going crazy over all the Bionicles we have right now.
I have a
the
lot
new
of
box.
Field retired Bionicles. I mean, I guess they're all retired, but yeah. So,
But they were, Chris was like, I've never seen this one before. But really what caught their attention was our Comic-Con figure collection
Yep.
and set collection.
Yep.
And Chris ended up taking some of those home, which was fun.
He got Barb, right?
He got Barb and the miniature bag in set.
Oh yeah.
As well as Ultron's throne. There may have been one other one he picked up
he got
as
two
well.
Comic-Con sets and a Comic-Con figure.
Yeah, it was super fun. They were super
That's
excited.
Awesome.
It was great getting to meet them and talk to them for a while and show them.
Yeah, and then didn't one of them post a YouTube video?
Yeah, Jonathan posted a video, which we'll put a link to in the show notes so you can see their visit into our shop as well as a lot about the rest of their trip.
Yeah.
But our store visit is right near the beginning of the video, so it's nice. So those of you that are just interested in what happened in the store can take a peek and see what a Lego Master contestant or winner and Lego ambassador
not
felt.
just a contestant.
I know.
Yeah.
He was the winner. And in another Lego ambassador, how they felt about our shop, which
that's awesome.
Super fun. But we also, in addition to having a bunch of visitors and hosting people, we did a big minifig restock this week.
Me.
Well, you were the one that put them on the base plate, but
the store bought them.
The store bought them.
Yeah, we got a new shipment from our supplier for retired CMF figures. So, we got series 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 21.
A whole bunch.
DC, Marvel Series 1, Batman movie Series 2.
It's
a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I just finished building them all and putting them on the base plates. Our cases were looking empty for our CMF figures.
Yeah, but
so it looks a lot better now to have those filled up.
Yeah, they're nice and full. So I had forgotten how good some of those minifigures and some of those mid-teen series were.
Oh yeah.
The Centaur figure.
The Centaur is awesome.
So fun.
And the Centaur comes in the same one as the stand-up paddleboarder with the dolphin.
Yeah.
Which is just awesome.
It's super great.
I love the one in series, might be 18 or 19, the Green Bear Knight.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We got some more of him in.
So many knights. I've forgotten how many great knights and medieval characters.
I forget which series number it is, but we also got the series in that has the yellow knight with the black crow on his shield.
Yeah.
And in the same series is the blue and yellow Viking, or the blue and black Viking too. Those are two more popular ones. Yeah, if there's, any CMF figures from any of the series in the mid to late teens or early 20s you didn't get a chance to get your hands on until now, stop on by. There's a good chance we might have it.
Yeah. And
they go quick.
They do. Especially we have so many people looking for stuff put in their castles or building, medieval scenes. So those especially will probably.
My personal favorites, aside from some of the knights, I like all the ones that come with an animal.
Oh yeah. Do you like the ones that come with animals or the animal characters?
Both. I think I would prefer the ones with animals, like the paddleboarder. I love the zookeeper with the koala.
Oh yeah,
I really like the Castaway with the hermit crab. Oh, and then the best one is the Falconer with the Falcon. I mean,
which kind of crosses over.
for sure, with the medieval and
yeah,
because she's a Black Falcon
right.
knight or archer, and then she also has the Falcon.
Yeah,
But then the ones where the dressed animals are fun too, like the T-Rex, the Triceratops, the dog, the llama. Oh, the fox. I think the fox.
the fox is great. The raccoon, I like the raccoon.
The raccoon is great.
Those are the ones the kids seem to like.
I'm a sucker for the animals.
Like,
and then I think my favorite CMF figure, and you know this one, the elves that they make.
oh yeah,
The Series 3 elf is probably I think it's the best CMF figure they've ever made.
it's so funny because when we hired you, you didn't like minifigs.
It's not that I didn't like them. I bought sets more for the build.
Yeah,
Which for seems like Star Wars is still holds true.
yeah,
But there are more sets now that I'm like, oh, I just kind of want the figures from that one.
yeah.
Definitely more so than when I worked there. The biggest shift though has been the CMFs. I was like, oh, I want to get all 3 Disney series.
Right.
And those are the only ones I want to get. And now I have.
And now you
get more.
It's become part of you.
Yeah, I was much more selective. I did an initial home through of the series, and I was like, okay, these are the ones that I want. Oh, that one's really cool too. Oh, so is that one. Oh, that one's really cool. Oh, that one's cool too. And that's just grown. That's how it starts.
There's so many good ones too. And so if you need to catch up on some of your CMFs or
Like-
miss some
Yeah.
along the way,
If you're like me,
now's the time.
you didn't start collecting Lego till 2019, and you missed a lot of these. We got them.
That's crazy.
We get one of the biggest pieces of feedback that we get from customers is, oh, you guys have some of the best minifigure selection of some bricks and minifigs that we've been to. People love our cases and our
Yeah.
minifig selection. So
And I don't know if that's just because we don't have many cases, so they look really full,
maybe,
or
I mean, yeah,
we do have a lot of great minifigures.
we get a lot. And the thing is that we get new ones every day. And so that's why, like, really every time you come back, there's going to be some different things there. So it's always worth stopping by to see what we got.
It's been super fun to get those out and for everyone to enjoy. And that brings us to the end of this little trip to the clubhouse.
Little short one.
Yeah, but it was good to get back behind the microphones.
Yeah.
And we'll get back into our regular weekly rhythm here.
Yeah, and we got a good amount of sets coming out in May. So
May will be
we'll be getting ready for that.
a big month. We may have to do another draft.
We might have to do another draft.
Or
a lot of them haven't been even
or at least
yet.
tier list what's coming out in May.
Yeah, we'll have to kind of go through and see what all is coming because I don't even know all of them.
I'd have to look back too. I do know we're starting to get news of the Star Wars sets are trickling out.
Yep. Oh, they unveiled the Infiltrator.
Yeah, so
we'll have to
catch up and bring everyone to speed on what's coming out in May over the next few weeks.
And then there is always a UCS set every May 1st that hasn't been officially announced yet. So maybe in the near future we'll get that announced. And
yeah,
we'll talk about it.
We love our Star Wars UCS sets.
I love my UCS sets. I just finished putting together my TIE Fighter last night. Dude, those wings are massive.
It's huge. I'm impressed with your UCS collection.
I mean, I only have a handful, but yeah.
Well, it's more than I have.
But they're great.
I have.
Yeah.
I don't have any.
I mean,
built.
Seeing the TIE Fighter on the shelf, I'm like, oh my
god. I have the A-Wing.
Yeah.
And the new X-Wing. But
you have the old one, so you might just keep that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have this Falcon now. I have the Falcon, the Slave one, which I got it used from the store.
It's a great one.
I got it used from the store, so I haven't rebuilt it yet. So I forget that I have that one.
Oh, yeah, that one had all that sun damage on the back.
Yeah. So, like, it's fine to look at on the front, but it's like, I forget that I have that set because I didn't build it. And usually that's the way that it kind of solidifies in my head. Like, oh yeah, this is mine, you know? Anyways, I have the Falcon, the Slave one, the Snowspeeder, and the TIE Fighter.
Which those are the Snowspeeder is a great story, which we'll have to share someday.
Yeah. We got a guy that came into the store doing multiple trades over time, and he had a bunch of UCS sets, but just crazy sun damage.
Yeah.
We we called this the snow speeder the sand speeder because it was literally the entire thing was yellowed.
I think you it's someday we'll have to have you talk about the whole project
Yeah, that'd be a fun
because
topic.
it's something, and I think it would be helpful for people that might want to rehab their own
Yeah,
set someday.
yeah,
But
we should do it.
but I don't think tonight's the night for
Probably not
that.
tonight. Oh, and then those are my built UCS sets. I also have the Star Destroyer sealed still because I have nowhere to put it.
It's a big one.
It's a big boy. So
Yeah,
that's my small
it's impressive.
but endearing UCS collection.
So, and yeah, like we said, there'll be a new one in May that we can talk about.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that is.
So, but I think that's our show for tonight. Say goodbye, Evan.
Goodbye, Chris.